Hello, and thank you for joining me. Today, I want to talk about something that honestly means a lot to me and has changed my life in a lot of ways, and that is practicing non judgment. So, essentially, everything is energy. We are energy beings, our hair is energy, the words that we speak are energy, the food that we put in our body is energy. So, when we practice non judgment, we are engaging in the practice of neutrality to go about our lives in a way that is neutral so that we don't have to attach these meanings of good and bad to everything. And then when something bad happens, we feel destroyed. And when something good happens, we feel elated, but knowing that it's fleeting and the bad times are coming back. So we want to practice non judgment first and foremost with ourselves. Non judgment towards the things that you do in your life, that your inner voice, that talk, that mind talk says, excuse me, why are you doing this? You should be doing something else. Like, you're not doing good enough. You need to be doing better. And we practice non-judgment for that voice even. And we say, okay, this really requires you to have a lot of self-awareness to take a step back and say, okay, this is my inner voice. This is not me. This self-judgment that I'm putting on myself right now is due to conditioning, due to the conditioned belief that I have that I'm unworthy. And I believe that I am worthy, and I believe that I do have the capability to live my life the way I desire. So when we practice non-judgment towards ourselves and we start to have an awareness of that voice, and when it comes up speaking negativity, we have the opportunity to kind of flip the switch and choose to consciously reconstruct our belief systems. This is kind of high level, or this is this is a little bit more challenging, but it is really important because when we have these negative thoughts in our head and we let them run our lives, they create emotions in our body, and these emotions then translate our frequency to sending out these signals of negative self-talk and harmful belief systems out into the universe. And you know what the universe brings back to you? It will show you in your physical reality those belief systems. Our minds, our beliefs are so powerful that they literally create our reality. So if you have a belief about, I'm going to give an example. If you have a belief about not being worthy of deserving love, and you every time you meet someone, you say this in your head, like, oh fuck, like they're probably not going to want to be with me because I'm not worthy of deserving love. And that is what you'll see over and over and over again. I know this from personal experience because that was a huge pattern that I had to get over. So you would think these thoughts, and these people in your reality would turn out just the way you thought they would. They leave, or they don't give you the respect that you deserve because you're manifesting these thoughts. You are sending out these frequencies and these vibrations based on the belief system and the self-judgment that you have about yourself. So this non-judgment is also extremely important to be aware of when we're speaking about other people and talking to other people. Because think about it. If I have my own limiting belief systems of unworthiness, don't you think the person next to me does too? Most likely. And who knows what their upbringing taught them about themselves, you know? So when we sit here and we go and talk about Sally and how Sally is a dummy and she doesn't know how to work properly, or she whatever the case is with Sally, our gossip and our negative words are harmful. Like, that is imprinting another cloud of negativity and another cloud of negative energy onto someone else, because what you're doing essentially is your negative belief systems, you are projecting them onto someone else. So when you speak negatively, when you gossip, when you create drama around another person, you are projecting your own negative belief systems onto them and amplifying amplifying their own belief systems. So now they not only have their own belief systems to deal with and try to work through, but now they also have yours. And that's not fair. Because if someone did that to you, you know what you do? You'd go around and blame the person right next to you. Or that's what a lot of people do. And what I'm trying to say here is that us human beings judging other human beings is not fair. Because they have their own shit going on. And it's not your responsibility to make them feel bad for their life. You know why? Because they have that job on their own. They have their own job, their ego, their inner, some part of them inside has the job to create destruction in their life. And you putting more negativity onto them, even when it comes to celebrities, when we instantly flip switch on a celebrity and tell them now that we once loved them, but now we fucking hate them because they had a media scandal and they sent out their nudes or something. Fuck you guys. We're all humans. Nobody knows. People are trying to figure out how to deal with their own belief systems. And your negative energy that you're sending to them through using gossip and through using drama and through using judgment is only making their lives harder, and they don't deserve that. Nobody deserves someone else putting shit on them. And yeah, this goes with a lot of things. This goes with the way that you speak to literally anyone in your life. The tone of voice that you have says a lot about the frequency you're holding. And it's really important for us to just be self-aware in this new wave of consciousness. It is not our duty to put shit on other people. It is not our duty to pass off our bullshit, our belief systems to someone else because they deserve it. No. People have chosen their path for a reason, and they're gonna get whatever it is that they need to experience based off the choices that they've made. I don't think it's important for us to involve ourselves in other people's lives and other people's drama. Because ultimately what you're doing when you're sending these, negative vibes to someone, you're also sending them to yourself. Because if this person is just a mirror, a reflection of you, and you're judging them for an aspect of you that you don't like, you're creating more negativity. You're creating a continuation of this pattern of negativity, of self-harm, of self-judgment by judging others. So we have to really think about every single person on this planet is a reflection of ourselves. So instead of judging someone for the way that they live their life, or the way that they think, the way that they believe about what they believe about things, it's not our responsibility to judge them. I'm sorry if you don't like what they have to say, just as you may not like what I have to say. But it's not our responsibility to condemn another person. You live your own life. We must live our own lives. We must learn to be accepting of ourselves, thus translating to be accepting of others. Honestly, this is one of the hardest things to do and change as we embark on a spiritual journey. You know why? Because we've been conditioned for so long to believe and naturally instinct to judge another person. And as you begin to ascend and have more acceptance for yourself and have more acceptance for this journey that you're on, you will see how things kind of change and your perspective kind of changes on people. For me personally, I hit a point in my life where I realized that gossip only made me feel bad. Because I'm like, shit, like I'm talking about someone and they have no idea. Like I'm sending them energy. I'm sending them thoughts that are harmful. I'm sending them words that are vibrational that are vibrations, and these vibrations are now getting attached to them because I'm sending them. That's not fair. We're psychically attacking people with our words. Even the president, guys, all of the harmful things that we say about him, about to him, like all the things we say about the way that he runs the society, we're only perpetuating the way that he's running society by talking about how shitty he is and how fucked up. Like, maybe, yes, it's not right, but he is probably doing the best that he can. I don't know, because I'm not really super involved in politics, because I think that, anyway, I just am more interested in helping the individual expand. And I think that it takes us having self-awareness of our own self-judgment to realize the judgment that we are imposing on another person, and how this judgment we're imposing on another person is not really nice. We need to be more kind. We need to be kind to ourselves. And we need to be kind to our fellow human beings. Yes, mistakes have been made. But like I said, those people will get what they need to get. You, we need to focus on ourselves. We need to focus on being the best that we can be to inspire those around us to also become the best version of themselves. We live in a world where we grow up naturally judging everybody. And honestly, it's okay. But when you come to the point where you can have enough self-awareness to recognize how you feel after saying these harmful things about another person, and I'm not saying that every single one of you is a horrible, judgmental person. I'm not saying that. But I really just want you to have a little perspective, a little bit broader perspective on what actually goes down when you talk shit. When we talk shit, we're talking shit on ourselves. We're talking shit and sending psychic energy of negativity attachments to other people. And I just think to myself, I'm like, fuck, if I'm gonna talk shit about someone, that means if someone decides to talk shit about me, I'm gonna get the same energy back. And I would rather not, I would rather just be neutral, and I would rather just be the type of person who's accepting of everybody. Because fuck, do what you need to do. I don't give a shit. I'm over here trying to live my life. Unless it's directly affecting you or I, let it go. And I know there's a lot of things going on in the world right now, and it's hard to say that. Like, when I said that, I was like, well, what about fucking child trafficking? What about Black Lives Matter? And yeah, I feel like if you want to get involved, go ahead. Like, you have the free will to get involved, but think about why you're doing it. Think about how you're approaching the situation. Are you coming into it with, fuck the cops, like, fuck everybody, burn the shit down? That's only creating, like, that, just saying that gave me, like, ugh, like, I want to, gross. That's really shitty energy to be putting on yourself and be, engaging in. But if you want to get angry, please get angry. But then comes the realization that your anger is probably not going to make the biggest difference in the world. But your love and your compassion for yourself and for the people who are dealing with this, have compassion for them. Like the people who are getting backlashed, the African Americans, the people who have been enslaved in our country since the beginning of time. Fucking feel compassion for them. Just stand up and just be like, I feel for you. Like, I am so sorry. I will never understand what the hell you've gone through, but I'm here to support you. Like, I will stand with you. And I think that's the whole movement. And then when it comes to like child trafficking, I don't really want to get all the way into this because it's kind of really heavy topics, but it also does need to be acknowledged. And there are a lot of people who are doing harmful things. And there are people, like, I even saw a post last night. I saw a post last night as I was going to bed that was a story about someone who almost got trafficked. And they're using, girls and stuff, but that's what we need to do. We need to spread the awareness in a compassionate way and say, ladies, please look out for yourselves. Be aware at all times. Be aware of, what you're doing and who you're around and what kind of energy you're spitting out and attracting back to you. So practicing non-judgment, even for, those girls who are, so the post that I saw read something about how there was this girl was in line for the bathroom, and there was a female about her age in front of her, holding a FaceTime at her, pointed at her, and there was a man on the screen who, was like checking to see if this was someone she wanted. And think about that girl in front of you on the FaceTime. She is stuck. She's fucking stuck in that situation right now. So what we need to do is have compassion for her. Okay, I got really off topic on a rant about, some of the current issues that I feel like are really important right now. I know there's a lot more, and there's so much that is being dealt with in this world, but I just want to spread the message that it is our responsibility to take responsibility for ourselves, for the words that we use, and the energy that we send out / embody. Because you are the creator, and the more self-awareness you can have and the less self-judgment, the more self-acceptance, the more acceptance of others, the more compassion for yourself, the more compassion for others, the more rapidly you'll manifest. So yeah, take care of yourself. Take a step back today. If you're watching this video, I encourage you to take a step back from whatever you're doing and just take a few moments to breathe. And really feel what you're experiencing, especially whatever came up after this video. I love you guys, and I know that you're going to do amazing things. This is only the beginning of the massive change on the planet. Things are changing. Things are shifting. I feel like it's going to take a little bit of time for us to really see the massive shifts in society, but that is why I feel the need to spread these messages now, because it takes us as a collective expanding all our consciousness and then helping others expand theirs and creating this ripple effect of expanded consciousnesses so that we can unify and come together and understand that we are responsible for our own selves. We are responsible for being the change we wish to see in the world, truly. We are responsible for that on an individual level, so that's where it starts. Once you have mastered self-acceptance, once you've gained awareness of your self-talk and the way that you speak to others, and realize that gossip is a motherfucking psychic attack. And if you don't want to be psychically attacked, just think about that before you speak about someone else. You guys are such beautiful beings, and I'm so proud of the journey you've been on, and this journey that we're going through together as a collective. Expanding and awakening. It's honestly so exciting and so fun. It's crazy. The world is in shambles, but honestly, we needed that. We needed shit to come to the surface. We needed people to start waking up and realizing whoa, I'm not so sure about this. But hey, only thing I can do is come to myself and start making changes from within. So that's what I encourage you guys to do. Start with yourself. The other stuff will fall into place if enough of us learn to master ourselves, learn to master our emotions, learn to master the ego mind, and come to drop into your heart center. Drop into this space of unconditional love that is within you, and learn to really connect with who you are. Because this is your life. You're living this life for you and no one else. So start living it. Start living it in a way that feels fucking good. Because you have that power. You have that power to tone down some of the negativity and open your heart to the love and the beauty and the excitement that this world brings when you just allow yourself to go with the flow. All right. I love you guys. Sorry for the extendo talk. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. Have a beautiful day.